Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the Forrester manse, Ridge and Taylor bandy Brooke's big mistake. Taylor thinks it's hard to believe given how important she claims to watch about him. Ridge laments that she's joined Carter and Hope. Taylor says it doesn't feel like she's considering his passions. Ridge says Taylor always does. Perhaps she's been right each on. In Forrester's main office, Brooke tells Zen she agrees with them. Carter and Hope taking Forrester from Ridge and Steffy was wrong. She'll do whatever she can to get it back into their hands. She swears Zen to secretiveness. He'll reluctantly keep it to himself. She says she took the job only so she could move Carter to refile the LLC papers. She believes Carter and Hope have a place at the company, but under the right leadership. She'll get the Forresters their company back. That's her ultimate thing in taking the job. Zen gushes, "Oh my God, Brooke, however, but this was obvious. If you can pull this off." Brooke understands why Carter and Hope felt they had to do commodity. When it comes to this company, a company Eric and Stephanie erected from scrape, I'll always be pious to Ridge and the Forresters. Always. At the Precipice house, Finn and Steffy talk about having each other's tails. He's sorry about what she's dealing with. Steffy has indeed told him the rearmost. It's about Brooke. She says she did commodity and supportable. Finn suppositions she's siding with Carter and Hope now. Steffy shrugs. The Logans stick together. She's actually on their platoon. Finn wonders how she can absorb working for them when they stole the company. Steffy says it's because she gets to be in charge. She's the new CEO of Forrester Creations. Finn sensations that Brooke just put it out there that she was CEO with no word to Ridge. Carter and Hope are in the wrong. Brooke should know that. Steffy suppositions she's taking advantage of the situation to elevate herself without regard for how her father feels. At the Forrester manse, Ridge tells Taylor that her coming back to LA when she did was no coexistence. He believes she came when he demanded her most. Taylor feels she demanded him most. She reminds him how important he helped her. He teases that she has a good point. They laugh and also Ridge turns serious. Brooke knows what that company means to him. She should have been shocked with her son, but she stood with them. "I see Aunt do this presently. You were right, Echan." He moves close and looks into Taylor's eyes as he rubs her shoulder. At the Precipice house, Finn gives Steffy a massage and asks if he's erasing her problems. She sighs. "My biggest problem? She might abolish herself moment." Finn asks Brooke. Steffy can't imagine what she's thinking. She explains that her pater is staying at her granddad's house. If Brooke really cares about him, why wouldn't she go over there and say so? Rather, she twice crossed him. She thinks her father's eventually had enough. Perhaps he'll eventually realize his true love is her mama. At the Forrester manse, Taylor stammers, "Perhaps we should. I know moment's been emotionally grueling." Ridge steps back and muses that they should call it a night and face it all again hereafter. Taylor reminds him he's not alone. She tells him if he can't sleep, he can call her anytime. Ridge chuckles, "That's what I'll do. I'll call you." He grabs a bottle of booze and heads up the stairs. Taylor exhales and walks over to snare her bag. Scrupling, she looks up the stairs and thinks. At Forrester, Zen tells Brooke how appreciative Ridge will be when she gets the company back for them. He asks about her first move. Brooke has to go tell Ridge right down. She doesn't want him to mistake her motive. "Imagine the smile on his face when I tell him why I took over his position. She'll put him back in charge of Forrester Creations." Zen can't thank her enough. This is a huge relief. Brooke warns he needs to keep this quiet so that Carter doesn't find out what she's up to. She'll tell Ridge. "He trusts me further than anyone." In his bedroom at the manse, Ridge paces. He thinks about his close hassle with Taylor in the living room. Suddenly, he turns and she's standing there in the doorway with two spectacles in her hand. Placing them on the office, she walks over to Ridge. They peer into each other's eyes. Taylor muses, "Ridge, what you've been through tonight." He says it's made him realize how important he needs her in his life. "Occasionally you have to hit gemstone bottom before you see what's right in front of you. I just want to love you." Taylor cocoons, "Also do it." They kiss. At the Precipice house, Steffy wants her parents to have that kind of connection and to be happy. Her pater No way going to get that with Brooke, but he can with her mama. Finn kisses her forepart. In Ridge's bedroom, he and Taylor continue to kiss and the mood turns more passionate as he nibbles her neck and the clothes start coming off. He lays her down on the bed and climbs on top of her as she smiles up at him. They kiss again and Taylor runs her hands over Ridge's arms and back. Outdoors, Brooke knocks on the door. Ridge? I need to talk to you. Upstairs, Ridge and Taylor continue down the road to making love. Carter Walton continued his offer and worked to move Brooke Logan that she was the stylish person to step into the CEO part right now. Carter knew this could further complicate Brooke and Ridge Forrester's relationship, but he allowed. They get through it and mention fortune. Although Brooke originally sounded reticent, she agreed to accept the CEO offer. That news pleased Carter and Hope Logan just before Zend Forrester Dominguez appeared. Zend mentioned that there were journalists downward looking for a statement, so Brooke piped up to say she'd give one. It was decided that Brooke would make an advertisement about all the changes on social media. Once Zend set up the camera, Brooke blazoned that Carter was managing the LLC, and that she'd be stepping back into the CEO spot. Brooke also mentioned that hope and hope for the future would be reinstated. Before Brooke wrapped up, she said Ridge, Steffy Forrester and Eric Forrester would be taking a leave of absence. Still, Brooke spoke with confidence and made a vaticination that the company was in good hands. At the Forrester manse, Taylor Hayes arrived to find Ridge with Eric and Steffy. Although Taylor didn't want to intrude, Ridge claimed she was family. Ridge faced questions about where effects stood with Brooke, but he was unsure and just wanted to concentrate on this company extremity right now. Once Steffy, Ridge, Eric and Taylor watched Brooke's advertisement online, they were floored. Eric fumed over Brooke standing with Carter and Hope rather of the Forresters. Steffy allowed. They should go to the press and make a statement of their own now that Brooke had shown her true Logan colors. Of course no Bone felt more betrayed than Ridge, who opened up to Taylor after Steffy left to pick up the kiddies and Eric headed off for a meeting. Ridge admitted Brooke's rearmost treason was indeed worse than what Carter and Hope did to him. As Ridge reflected on how he always went back for further when Brooke let him down, he began to wonder if perhaps Taylor had been right each on. Back at Forrester Creations, Zend intimately ripped into Brooke for supporting the preemption. Brooke knew it must look like she was enabling Hope and Carter, but she revealed that she actually had a plan to get the company back to Ridge. Brooke's scheme is about to get derailed in a big way, so stay tuned for updates on the blow-up that's brewing.